let's get to Saturday's game at Marvel Stadium, the lone fixture between 1st and 18th on paper, Kane. Not a blockbuster, but I thought the Eagles held their own for 3 quarters. You, though, thought the Pies, Craig McRae's team, were down by their lofty standards.
Just a little bit of complacency, and that's okay. Like this is not critical, but this is just so we're highlighting Josh Daicos here and Tim Kelly. I thought Kelly did a pretty good job on Josh Daicos in that defensive forward role. So he's got him there, and you'll just see the ball goggles. Now, this is what is going to happen. That's the way he plays, and that's what he's there across half-back. But when it comes to big games and big finals, if you show your opposition just a lack of respect like that, then they'll make you pay, and they did again. So side by side here, we've gone behind the goals to show this, and no contact clearly from Daicos, and then I'm not sure where he's going or what he's zoning. The handover doesn't work, and Tim Kelly gets out the back once again, which led to another Eagles score. So they're just the little things that opposition clubs are watching behind the goals. How are we going to get Collingwood when it comes to big finals? Who can we expose and who can we exploit? Is Josh Daicos gettable from a defensive standpoint? We know what he can do offensively. What about Darcy Moore and the one-on-ones? What about the other players? Are they vulnerable on the ground in their defensive 50? These are all the little things that teams will forward scout against Collingwood, and they did enough to win and stood up late. Thought, as you said, the Eagles were great with the way they were able to move the footy, but just a couple of things to sharpen up for the Pies. They've got a couple of months before they'll be there at the pointy end for finals.
I mean, how tough is it, though? They're 10 points clear now of the next best, and they know they've got this really important finals tilt coming up in September. It must be hard sometimes to give 100% with every game, Kane.
Absolutely. I mean, and the motivation. A lot of these players are premiership players as well. So it's just about making sure you are peaking come probably a month's time when you really want that sharp runway into that first final. So what a great position for them to be in with the list that they've got and the management that is needed. So good to see Charlie West getting his first game, and hopefully they can circle some young players through and rest where they need to. They're in an amazing spot.
So when it comes to the Eagles, we know they're in the midst of a really big rebuild with new coach Andrew McQualter. And I know that hindsight is a wonderful thing, but I'll tell you what, foresight's even better. Did they miss a trick here with the Tom Barrass trade? Because they've hitched their future picks to Hawthorn and not Carlton. And as you can see there, Kane, it is a big price to pay at this stage.
Who in their right mind at the end of last year would have seen the path that Hawthorn were on and have gone, no, we're going to take Carlton's picks and not the Hawks? It doesn't make any sense to me. Now, clearly no one expected Carlton to drop off this badly, but you can see the way that it is now worked out for that footy club. And when you are starting from that base, you need everything to go right. And there's a big discrepancy in the picks that they're going to get as a result of that decision. I think it's the silliest era of list management we've ever been in. And clearly West Coast aren't the only club involved in that. Some of the decisions clubs are making just do not make any sense. I'd love boards and footy departments to get in a room together and just think through this more clearly than what we've seen in the mistakes that clubs continually make.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.